All right, guys, we're back. Episode 3, Kart Chaser Season 2. We're here in Miami for our final stop here at AMR Homestead-Miami Motorplex. We've also got our first official brand partner here, and that is Offset Sport. These guys make some awesome hats, some awesome gloves, and they've got a whole line of apparel that is going to be coming out over the course of this year, along with, of course, our Kart Chaser apparel that we've got at shopkartchaser.com. So before it starts or after this video finishes, make sure to check us out online, and also you can check out everything from Offset Sport at the link in our description. I gotta say too, we had all of our driver shoots back last month. You were the only one that we didn't really have to coach up to show some personality. So big, we want to show all those pictures here. Obviously you have experience with the F4, with everything, with the social media, with coming out more. So I want to say first thank you for that, because that came out a whole lot better than we thought.
Yeah, ever since I was little with my dad, we've had photo shoots, so yeah, good experience.
Yeah, for sure. 2 years ago on this weekend, we had a pretty legendary move, but sadly the fans don't get to see you out here. You're just coaching this weekend, right?
Yeah, just hanging out. It's always a good time helping out Nash Motorsports and trying to get the drivers up front. We had a kind of okay day yesterday, but we figured some stuff out overnight, so it should be a little better today.
Yeah, we're missing our boys from last month, Nick, and I feel like we might have chased Santi off. We did him pretty dirty in the last video. We exposed him a little bit. His mom seemed to be okay with it this time around versus Summernats, so.
Yeah, Santi wasn't stoked with you guys. He was pissed. He was telling me he was not about that. But
yeah, I feel bad. I tell him I apologize for that. You know, I mean, not really. The fans loved it, but you know, we'd love to see Santi back.
Yeah, he was. I think he might race the Ocala. You guys going to Ocala?
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah. So he might race there. We never know with Santi. He goes last minute everywhere. He almost raced here actually, like 1 day notice. So
here, like you said, you've grown up here. Are you having to lean on him too much at this track, or the racing still, or mentality, anything?
Yeah, like even for rounds 3 and 4, like he wants to make a change on the car, and it's like, ooh, no, I think we should go this direction instead. And well, it's worked for us, and yeah, we're repeating in the championship and just see what we can do.
Yeah, well, good luck this weekend, buddy.
Perfect, thank you.
Here, why don't we throw you in it? What's the deal? Why don't we?
We almost did. We almost did. Yeah, the day before I almost got in, but with all the car stuff, I need to make some money, dude. With all the car stuff, dude, all I do is spend. I need to make some money sometimes. So just making a little bit of dough and just trying to learn the other side of racing through the data, coaching, because eventually I'm going to be washed up and I'm going to need to know those things. So gonna do that.
So we're gonna have to wait a little bit before we get to see you back in the seat in a go-kart this year?
Probably, unless you want to sponsor me. No, you're not going to see me in a go-kart this year.
If we had the money, we would, but we're probably about
Supernats, yeah. Supernats, Rock Rio.
Sounds good.
I'm just going to sit out all year, so if I get my kicked, I can just blame it on that. No seat time.
Vegas specialist.
No problem.
Perfect. Good to see you, buddy. Obviously, we get to race the normal direction this way. Connor, you broke your ribs going the other way. How are they feeling this weekend?
They're doing good so far. I don't think I'll have any issues with it.
That's pretty good. Brett, you ever had any rib problems like that?
Not a chicken, so just let it normal.
decently full tent here for the second one. I feel like we did you kind of dirty in the last video about the bidet.
Yes.
Do you have any dirt on Tyner? I mean, you and Biggs have been teammates for a little bit. Is there anything that the fans should know about him?
I don't know. I don't talk like he does, man. I keep things secret, so I'm not gonna expose him like that. But no, it's good. It's all fun and games. I don't hold a grudge.
It's very classy. Right? Yeah, I mean, you dominated practice, but we were pretty quick with practice for you last month too, you know, and then they caught up, and eventually there's only so fast you can go, right? You got a lot of really good competitors in the field.
Yeah, what kind of ends up happening is like I'm pretty quick off, as well as like a few other drivers that can kind of adjust to the conditions quite well, and then it starts to plateau and some other drivers are able to catch up. So that's the kind of dynamic for the race weekend normally. But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I mean we'll see how it goes. But yeah, for sure, going off of first round 1 and 2 of the Winter Series were a little hectic, but we made our way through it. I'm glad Trevor's okay. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah, luckily. And then, you know, obviously it's been you and Arias throughout practice. I mean, do you see anyone else that you think's going to go on this layout? We've talked before, like this layout, you always feel really good, even better than going the other direction, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, growing up, this is the layout we always ran here. We didn't really run the reverse that often, so this is the layout I like, and Arias has some good speed here going this way. I don't really see many people that are going to compete with us. I think he and I are a little bit faster, have a little bit more than everybody else, and I think it'll probably just be him and I in the end, both days, you know. So hoping it'll be just more me, but you know, it'll probably be both of us. So yeah.
Well, good luck again this weekend, bud.
Thank you.
All right, and then, you know, any hard feelings towards anyone on the racetrack here this weekend, or is it kind of neutral and you know, just focusing on yourself?
You know, it's kind of neutral, but I've got a bit of a bone to pick with a certain person, so you'll see that in the video, I imagine.
All right. Good luck this weekend, buddy.
Thank you.
Beautiful day for racing here in Homestead-Miami. Sunny skies, high of about 78 degrees.
Finished strong in the pre-final. I think we have what it takes, and try to get ourselves some hardware.
It has been a rough weekend here for Aaron Benoit. Going to be rolling off in the mid-teens for today's main event.
Feeling pretty nervous. We're starting off pole. We got Norberg on our inside, so hopefully we stay clean for the start. We've got really good race pace, but yeah, really focusing on Norberg and making sure he doesn't get away and that he doesn't crash us out. So let's go.
Just go out there and have fun, keep my nose clean, and see where the cars fall.
So, championship weekend, SKUSA Winter Series, round 3, main event. Here we go, boys and girls, down to turn 1. Ryan Norberg with the hole shot. Sebastian Montoya nearly thrown out of the go-kart as he got launched, hit in the left rear as they were going through turns 1 and 2, 3 and 4 wide here in the midfield. Nice start for Ryan Norberg. Connor Zilish into second. Arias Deukmedjian's only lost 1 spot to third. Here's Aaron Benoit on board, spun around in turn 5. Just got absolutely smashed in the right rear corner. That is your championship leader trying to rejoin the pack. He is going to line up all the way outside the top 30. Ryan Norberg will lead lap 1. Zilish, Deukmedjian right there on his tail. Again, the championship opened up today with the points leader down in the field. Norberg and Deukmedjian the closest challengers, and Connor Zilish trying to play spoiler, but he just has been shuffled down to third. Arias Deukmedjian on the move early. Riding on board, Matias Ramirez. Zilish has just gone wide again. Now goes wide in turn 5 with marbles on the tires. They'll go door to door. Battling here outside the edge of the top 5. Ramirez now going to go 2 for 1 as Thomas Annunziata slipped down the inside. Ramirez just got by both of them. Great move by the Speed Concepts driver, and the Nitro kart of Zilish slips back outside the top 5. Back up front, Ryan Norberg leading the way here. Deukmedjian's been following him for the early couple of laps. Here he comes. Little contact as he goes on by. Norberg nearly loses the second spot as well. Arias Deukmedjian to the lead. Norberg trying to challenge back, gonna send it from a kart length back. Way deep on the brakes for Norberg. He'll get through, but there's yellow flags waving, and Deukmedjian nosing ahead at the yellow zone is gonna get back on by. Arias Deukmedjian now gets to try and set the pace out in front. He's pulled it to a kart length or 2. It is Norberg. Diego Ramos has joined the fray up front, but the gap's starting to open up for the Zanella Racing Kart Republic. Ryan Norberg seeing Arias Deukmedjian, the closest driver to him in the championship, trying to edge away. One more lap around AMR Motorplex. 4 kart lengths now, the gap back to Norberg. He just does not have enough here today. Arias Deukmedjian is going to be able to hold on. He'll go back-to-back for rounds 2 and 3.
I'm so tired. I mean, we're running 2 classes, so I know I don't sound very excited, but I'm really, really excited. Ryan got out. He got a pretty good lead. When we caught him, he kept passing us back, so I had to handle it. So it's all right. It was a good race. He was definitely quick. We were quick.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing handling it, and then there's another thing just hitting the guy in first until, so you can keep with him. I was pulling away early, and then he just kept hitting me into turn 1. Did it like 3 laps in a row, so then he stays with me, and then he can make a pass. And then on the pass, his handling it is just driving over you on the entry. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what he's talking about, but it's kind of getting annoying.
So Arias, that race looked like it was just intense. I don't know if you could have sweated any more water weight than what you probably had to with Norberg breathing down your neck, with Diego right there. Talk to me about those 22 laps.
Yeah, well, we got off to the start all right. The drivers on the start were definitely really, really aggressive, so we had to kind of compensate for that, lean off a bit and let them go ahead and wait to catch them a little bit later. Lap 2 or 3, they started fighting again. I believe it was Norberg and one other driver, but they started fighting. We caught them a little bit, got by the 2nd place driver, and it was just between Norberg and I. We got a bit of a gap. And from then on, we were just cranking out laps. At one point in time, I went by Norberg because I had a lot more speed than him. I think his tires maybe going off a little bit. And he just passed me right back. So that just kind of set the mood for our race between each other. And I just knew it was going to be a really hard race. So I had to race him hard. He did a little bit of brake checking into turn 1, which is all right. After that, we kind of went back and forth again. And then finally, I made a good move to kind of give myself a gap into turn 5, and that was what kind of sealed the deal. From then on, I was just trying to be as consistent as possible, and that itself was amazingly difficult. He himself drove an amazing race. I think we definitely had the package over him, but he himself drove amazingly. His consistency was definitely there, and our consistency was also there. But yeah, definitely kudos to him. He did an amazing job just kind of sticking with me the whole time. I believe Ramos was actually also pretty close to us midway through the race towards the end, and that was also impressive pace that he had. So yeah, he definitely did a solid job, as well as Zilic. So everyone did an amazing race, a bunch of really good competitors. Nice to see some new faces in the senior field, and definitely look forward to tomorrow's races and see what it brings.
Awesome. Puts you really good in the points for the championship tomorrow, and of course another race to go at it. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you so much.
It's Championship Sunday here at AMR Motorplex. Nearly 4 rounds of racing complete, and less than 25 points separate Ryan Norberg and Arias Deukmedjian.
We've had a more solid day than yesterday, and we'll see if we can pull it off this time.
We need to finish in front of Norberg for the championship, so let's go.
Yeah, we'll try to bring back the PSL machine up front where it belongs. We'll see, hopefully it goes right this time.
1 lap at a time and go get it done.
So super close in time, so just looking forward to being there on the last lap and seeing how it turns out.
Championship Sunday here. Time to decide who gets the title. Round 4 underway. Connor Zilic going to get shuffled way to the outside. He jumps over the sleeping policeman, loses 1, maybe 2 spots. Thomas Annunziata is second. Ryan Norberg is the early leader. The top 2 with a little breakaway here, but Thomas Annunziata, the rookie, wants to lead. He's gone to it. Lap 2, the 3:15, out in front of the 4-time national champ. Behind them, Branyan Tyner to the inside, Matias Ramirez. Oh, and around Ramirez goes. That was for inside the top 10. Everybody scattered. Connor Zilic now leads the way, trying to get some redemption after Saturday. He had so much speed, just made a couple mistakes. Now Norberg back to the lead, and they battle up front. 3-kart breakaway. Arias Deukmedjian leads the next group, but it is Norberg, Zilic, Thomas Annunziata. Your top 3 here early. Ryan Norberg, again, he needs to beat Deukmedjian. These guys are separated by less than a position on the racetrack. Deukmedjian is a couple seconds back, leading the group with Sebastian Montoya. That wreck in turn 5 might have been the worst possible thing to happen to Deukmedjian's championship. And now Montoya to the inside for 4th. Sebastian Montoya puts Deukmedjian another spot back from the elusive championship title. Ryan Norberg leading out in front once again here. Connor Zilisch second. Here comes Deukmedjian back on Montoya to the inside. He's through for 4th. Montoya gonna have to fight for another spot. The gap to the leaders here is still pretty massive. Ryan Norberg leading the way. Zilisch back to the lead as they go through the carousel. Nice little cushion back to Norberg in second for Flip. Thomas Annunziata is still there, but he has faded a little bit back from the top 2. Norberg once again out in front. Ryan Norberg is desperately trying to get out in front and take this championship title, but he is also trying to end one of the longest winless streaks for one of the top drivers in the country. Arias Deukmedjian right now lapping quicker than the leaders by himself, willing himself to the front. Connor Zilisch back to the lead out in front. Deukmedjian 3 kart lengths back. Inside, deep on the brakes, Deukmedjian takes over the championship lead in 3rd. Absolutely unreal stuff from Arias Deukmedjian. Thomas Annunziata trying to close in on Connor Zilisch. He is running out of time. Final lap here. 4 kart lengths the gap once again, just like yesterday. This time, though, it's all red out in front. Connor Zilisch in his debut with Nitro Kart, his 2nd National Pro weekend. Connor Zilisch is going to steal one here in Homestead. What an incredible drive from Connor Zilisch. His Superkarts USA debut comes out with the win.
Good race, paced ourselves well. Just fell a little short at the end. Congrats to Connor.
And I was there working with Arias, and then his tires came in and we just weren't quick enough. It was one of those days.
Well, it was a long race. Just played it well. Capitalized on Ryan's mistake and ended up getting the win. Good race.
A 3-second cut course penalty has been given to Arias Deukmedjian when he was trying to avoid the wreck with Brandon Tyner and Matias Ramirez. It has put him to 6th. Ryan Norberg has been declared your 2021 SKUSA Winter Series champion 3 times over for the RPG Cosmic driver.
Connor, we called it an upset, but I mean, you were there all weekend. You know, the speed was there. And then it was just about putting it together and passing at the right point. You got to race your mentor for a couple of years. You know, Gary Willis has trained you a lot.
Yeah.
Ryan was with him. He's trained you a bit. How did it feel being out there today?
It felt good to be out there. It was one of the better feeling wins. I had to work for it more than I usually have to. The last lap, or the last few laps, I was able to get a little gap, so it wasn't too tight of a race, but for the first half of the race, I was definitely nervous because Ryan was pretty fast, and I just passed him at the right point and was able to get a little gap, and that led to the race win.
Yeah, well, it's a heck of a run and a heck of a SKUSA debut here with Nitro. Obviously, next week you're looking to continue the Florida Winter Tour Rock Championship bid, right, too?
Yep. Leading that championship by a good amount of points, hoping to come out with another win.
Awesome. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, Ryan, champ again. Pretty, I know you don't like to win it in the officials box, but at the end of the day, it puts you on the box today, and you know, it was back and forth. What happened, it's close, but it's 3 in a row. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I mean, it wouldn't have been so close if it weren't for the penalty in the first race of the season on the pre-final. So, I mean, yeah, he got messed up by a penalty, I got messed up by a penalty, so let's call it even. But yeah, I mean, it sucks to get the chip without the dip. You know, I would like to have gone out on a win, but the chip's still all right, so I'll take it.
It's good enough. It's got some momentum, and we got Ocala next up for you. Well, Ocala for Florida Winter Tour Rock, and then on to USPKS, right?
Yeah, so it's Ocala. That's a Rock Championship, and Connor again. He won today, so he's going to be hard to beat there. And then, you know, there's a new engine package coming out for USPKS and the Pro Tour. So, I mean, that's a big wrench to throw in it. So it's going to be difficult for everybody just adjusting to that, all the engine builders. So I'm really excited for that and just a new era of Miami in the USA.
Good deal. Congrats on the three-peat, bud.
Thank you, man.
guys, that does it. Episode 3, rounds 3 and 4 of the SuperKarts USA Winter Series done and dusted. We are on to Ocala for episode 4 with the Florida Winter Tour for the Rock Cup USA side of our program. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you Offset Sport for partnering with us. We look forward to showing you the next episode here as season 2 rolls on.